Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this C-side matchup where we are watching the Neuqua U17 team play our freshman sophomore. I'm Elijah Hall, and I'm here today with Malachi Martin. Malachi, how are you?
Well, I'm doing pretty well. 77 degrees out and slightly breezy, so it's pretty awesome.
That's right, kickoff. Sam to Sam Green, and there's already a knock-on called. Owen Whitehead tried to pick it up, but it looks like he wasn't there quick enough, and it'll start off with a
Yeah, just like the varsity game against Naperville this Wednesday, there was a knock pretty early on in the game, just off of a kickoff, and you know that weird bounce of the ball. You try to grab it and it kind of pops forward, and you can't do anything about that. So, unfortunate that's going to go on Owen Whitehead's stat sheet.
Ball's in for the scrum, and Neuqua won the first one, 8-man pick. Sam Green can't get the tackle, but two others do. Anthony Hodal, and is stolen by Quinn Murray, a freshman. It looks like it's stolen back again, though, by the 9 from Neuqua. Already some quick turnovers real early in the game here. Hugh Dvorak, strong tackle. Anthony Hodal trying to get inside, couldn't really get anything. Back out, Tim Kozakowski trying to get a tackle. Mendoza. Some people call him the man-dozer. Ball's back out. Mason Wilson trips him up, and Hugh Dvorak will finish off the kill. Ball's back to the backs. Gets it to the 11. Here's Gus from France. And Mason Wilson will have a nice tackle off that, too. Hugh Dvorak getting ready to smear. Hugh already pouncing on them. Really good with those tackles there, Hugh Dvorak. Run their lines. Gross couldn't really get it. Here's JP and Brogan Hanlon. Down. Now let's play some goal line defense. They're right over there, and they get out to the backs. Hugh Dvorak again. They get the ball to the outside. Andrew Gross will get the tackle. Now they're getting ever closer. Brogan Hanlon. Try to stop him. Ball's back out. Owen Whitehead makes the tackle. Now it seems like they're really getting close. Now all these passive tackles are not doing Salette very much good here. They need to push him back. We get a steal if they want anything. Now they're real close. The ball's out. Tim Kozakowski tried to get it, but it was knocked forward.
Yep, there will be a scrum at the 5. It looks like Neuqua is they're kind of sticking to the right off the ruck. They just pass once or twice and then try to run it in. They're not really utilizing their full back line. They're just kind of doing what most teams do and just kind of smash it in, use their forwards a ton. So hopefully Salette can just keep that defensive line nice and stiff. And you know, as you can see, most of the time it's been inside the 22, right up against the try line. So Salette's been doing a pretty good job of tackling and making sure that they're not breaking through. But it is passive tackling, and you need active tackles if you want to make any.
JP Agbaperone. A nice stop there. Quinn Murray getting ready to get a tackle, and he does, and he tackles him in the touch. Quinn Murray helped out by Anthony Hodal. Good play. Salette line out. It's pretty good goal line defense there. Timothy Kozakowski getting that ball, and seemed like that knock on there was able to stop the momentum of Neuqua, and they couldn't really get much.
Yeah, that'll be the first line out of the game, obviously. Mason Wilson will be throwing. C-side has been doing a pretty good job with lineouts, usually pretty straight. Jumpers are pretty good. So, and they throw it straight to Mendoza. Smashes it in for about 2 or 3 meters.
And the serial call going in from the side. Owen Whitehead will kick the game some meters. Ball's high. Whoa, what a catch there. Whitehead couldn't quite get the tackle. Now the number 9 runs down and finally is brought down by Gus. And Timothy Kozakowski with the poach. Some good aggression there. Ben Zimborski to Gross to Quinn Murray. And advantage is given to Neuqua, probably a knock on. Hugh Dvorak. Can't quite get the tackle. Mendoza can't get him, but down goes the number he has on his jersey. And they will go back to the place of the penalty.
Yeah, Sallette's really just going to have to focus on active tackles this game, especially if Neuqua is going to keep possession of the ball. Passive tackles, I mean, yeah, you tackle them and they go down, but they're still making meterage, they're still making space. And it'll stop them from moving and they won't get the try right away, but eventually they will get the try if you just passive tackle. You can lose a game like that, and you will lose a game like that. Just the wrapping isn't looking so good on Salette. They're really not binding and thrusting and forcing them backwards.
And it is also the developmental size is what they're working on, getting this practice in. I don't know about you, Malachi, but this 77 degrees certainly doesn't quite feel like 77 underneath the sun. Maybe when there's a cloud above, but not with the sun. It was burning, kind of.
Yeah, bright sun, but it feels nice after an Illinois winter.
That's true. Rogan Highland will get the tackle along with, well, others. All that to the 12. Long pass to the number 1. Richard Jolly can't quite get it, but his teammates help him out. Got to the backs. And yes, JP will hang on. That's what JP does. Also, Diaz has been quite good this first half.
Oh.
More tackles than none. To number 10, Kozakowski. The ball's loose, and Anthem Hodal will steal it. And then give back to Owen Whitehead, who will do a kick, not very far, received by the 15. And now there's a bit of a bouncy, and the ball is dropped. Sir will call sideways. Did not go forward.
Yeah, Whitehead's another one of those. He's a pretty decent kicker, but on that one he put all the strength of his kick into the vertical instead of moving it down the field.
Andrew Gross and Timothy Kozakowski. Just a big tackling game here. Number 1 takes it inside. Now some slim and shifty from the number 10 on Neuqua. They're inside the try zone. Looks like they got pushed back out. Salette will get the ball back. That's a Whitehead. Whitehead decides to get it out to JP by Perone. Drops it forwards. Picked up by Richard Jolly. And yes, it'll be a knock on. Yet again.
Yeah, it looks like we were being a victim to the excitement factor. You have the ball and you're like right next to the try zone. You need to know that something has to happen. So, you don't want to be the guy that have the ball and have it stripped from you. So you just kind of have to like pop it off as fast as you can to somebody else who might not be ready for it, and then they knock it on. And it's unfortunate, but you really just gotta have to have nerves of steel, which it looks like Salette's actually doing. Their defense is actually doing pretty well. They're holding them. They haven't even tried yet, even though the entire game has been in right next to their try zone. So that's definitely a good thing.
Patience is the biggest thing when it comes to offense. Mendoza will get the steal. Ball's out. Andrew Gross. Quite a decent kick from a forward. Again, they get to the 15. Andrew Gross will get his own tackle, along with Richard Jolly from Texas somewhere. Ball's back out. Now Lassalette's back on the defensive side, right inside the 22. And yes, Benedict Zimborski forces a dropped ball. Looks like the Sir doesn't call a knock on though. And a nice drive back there from the C-side. And here they go again. Aggressive tackling. Q Dvorak hanging on. Andrew trying to get the ball down. They push him back again. They're starting to realize the effectiveness of the team tackle. Timothy Guzikowski and Gus Gus for the tackle. To the 7. Owen Whitehead knocks it forward. So we'll call the penalty for the intentional knock on the defense. Quite a few knocks this game, I would say, Malachi. I mean, a lot of bumbling around.
Yeah, like you said, it is just developmental, so they don't have quite all the fine-tuned skills. And I also think it's just part of the excitement that they're facing this team again. You know, last time that the C-side did face Neuqua, they were beat 31-0. So there's definitely a little bit more of an energy and excitement that, you know, you just can't lose twice. You just can't do that. So they're definitely going to play harder, and maybe by that playing harder, they might lose some of the skills for the first couple minutes until they fall into that groove and then, you know, get things down. And then I think the game will pick up speed a little bit. You know, just these first couple minutes been pretty slow, but you know, it is decent rugby. You know, it's defense. You know, passing, rucking, tackling. That's just the basics of defense, and we've seen a lot of that.
That's how the cookie crumbles, as some would say.
And some La Salette excitement. We've got some illustrious alumni visiting from the class of 2022. Some illustrious rugby players such as Mark Shea, also known as Big House.
High kick. And I mean high. And it's dropped for by the number 11. Missed tackle there from Owen Whitehead, but there was a knock on.
Yeah, that knock on from the number 11 there. That just proves that the game isn't really all that one-sided. It's like, you know, Neuqua isn't that much better than La Salette Frosh-Soft is. You know, both sides make mistakes, and we can definitely capitalize off of that if Sam Green can do something with this scrum as the scrum half.
There's also only 3 sophomores here playing on this freshman team. On this freshman-sophomore team. And the kick will go out into touch, and La Salette will get past their 50, but it will be the line. It will be for.
All right, the Sir calls the captain back.
And because the kick was not. The kick was, he kicked it from outside the 22, which means that it will go back to the place of, we'll go back to the 22, I believe. That's how it works. So if it stayed in, it would have been all okay. Also, that still doesn't get much meterage here. It's a very good lineup for him there from Neuqua. La Salette didn't engage in the maul, so they just decided to run it in. And they gained about a good 20 meters or so off that run. Now La Salette's pushing him back again, as usual. Get to the 12. And a nice wrap from our Richard Jolly.
Yeah, Neuqua is figuring out that if you just get it out to the edge, there's not a whole lot of defenders over there, but they don't, and then La Salette's able to morph their defensive line over and tackle them.
Falls that to another back. Also pushing him back. Yes, and the back was pushed back, and the ball's out. Lost those goal line defense again. The C-side keeping it up. And they keep pulling them back. It's supposed to be very frustrating for Neuqua not being able to punch one in right away. Now they finally get a try, but that was very many phases, I'd say, in the hundreds, 200s, 300s, 400s, perhaps a lifetime of phases that they were not able to punch the ball in.
Yeah, they might have scored on us, and you know, that's definitely. It would be much better if we scored the first one, just because then I would act more lively and, you know, give a little bit more juice to the broadcasting. But, you know, it did take quite a bit, so it's not too horrible. You know, eventually they do have to score. They are a good team, but it's really not as bad as it looks. I mean, they are a U17 team, so they're gonna have older people, where we're just a frost soft team. So it all balances out.
But now our guys know what they need to do now, hopefully.
I'd say most of it is the tackles. Get your body in front of the guy that you're trying to tackle, not on the side or behind. It gives the bonus of pushing the ball carrier back so that you get more space. And also it does inflict a little bit of pain, so perhaps they don't want to be tackled by you next time. Maybe they'll just give you the ball. Anyways, La Salette comes up, ready to kick off.
And they did their cornfield pump up little thing. They do that all the time. I heard them doing it in the bus on the way to Midwest. And they're starting off with a nice tackle. Nice deep kick, too.
Nice tackle by Gus and Mason Wilson. Looks like our defense is picking it up now.
And a trip play there. Benedict Garneau for the tackle. Ball's back out. Now they get to the backs. Kunmurray can't get it. Now he's on a breakaway. JP Agbaperon hangs onto the jersey and gets the tackle. Is he? Yeah, he gets held up by Andrew Gross. Ball's back out to the backs. And it's out again, high. And he gets the inside, now they get to their number 2. Mason Wilson gets a tackle. This is Gus. And Richard Jolly. Ball's back out. A pretty good athletic catch there from the number 1. And Lasso will get the penalty, not releasing. JP with the poach. And when you get JP upset, well,
things happen.
Let's just say you wish you were never born on the other team. I wish that you just happened to be at home, chilling on a couch.
Choking in Cheeto dust. Anyway. Anyways, yeah, they kick it into touch right at the 50-meter line, right at the half court.
You're wrong.
Oh,
It's the 49.7-meter line. That's okay. It's out. Brogan Hanlon couldn't quite get a hand on it. A bit of a low pass. Okay, very low pass there from Sam Green. Kind of hard to catch. And Eamon Martin can catch those, but that's because he's Eamon Martin. He just does Eamon things. This is also for our stop it. Learning experiences is what we're all going for.
they crouch, they bind, they set. Neuqua puts the ball in. Hooker's leg tries to steal it, but they can't. Neuqua keeps possession of it.
Nice tackle from Richard Jolly. He did his job very well. Mason Wilson, a nice hard hit. Atta kid. And the Hodal and Benedict Garneau at 12 and 13 with the tackle. Mason Wilson can't really get that one. Also, it's having a hard time getting down these guys who are quite a bit bigger than that. Mason Wilson Again. Now they get it to the forward pod, the number 1. And a tackle there from Quinn Murray. Now they get that to a long pass. JP's on the case. Can't quite get a hold of him. Brogan's there, and Hugh Dvorak will finish off. Trying to get some icing on that cake. Quinn Murray with another tackle. Penalty offsides awarded to Neuqua. And the pass is a bit high on the number 2. Guessing the serve will call the knock-on. Or the captain. Don't quite see what that was about, but seems like everything's okay. Looks like he's explaining something to Benedict Zimborski. And the sir will call the kick for points because the team decided that they want to kick.
Yeah, that's saying something for the Salette defense. They don't want to waste the energy, kept trying to punch the ball in and getting stopped again and again and again. So that's saying how, whatever, relentless the Frost-Soft defense is. And it's also saying that they're probably going to make the kick. You usually don't take a kick unless you're almost right in front of it.
Or if you're a professional, take one at like the 60-meter line.
Yes, but once again, this is Frost-Soft, no matter how old the other team happens to be. And the kick is good.
Now, if Lost can go catch him off guard.
Now, if they do the same thing after the after this kickoff as they did at the last one, and they send it deep in, and then they just chase it really hard, and then even if they don't get their own kick, but do that same defense that they were doing, that's a good grubber right there.
And he gets the knock on. Good quick thing there from Brogan Hanlon getting it to Owehu, who immediately did a grubber kick. And those are kind of hard to pick up, especially if they're right along the ground. So Lost will get a scrum inside there. 50. Inside Neuqua's 50 for the first time. They are inside Neuqua's 50 with the ball. Crush bind set. 8-man pick wasn't there. So Mason dropped it. And here's Brogan Hanlon. Tantham Hodal. Nice ruck over there from Garneau and a offload. Sir calls a high tackle. Sir kicks her touch. Owen kicks her touch and a nice line out. A nice kick right in front of the try line. Yes, that is what it's called. In front of the try line, and there will be a line out as prescribed. Now this has lost us a chance to make something happen. Start cooking some sandwiches and not the oil that sometimes they mostly cook.
I don't know. Mason Wilson's pretty good at throwing lineouts, so I think that they'll definitely keep it, and they do. Andrew Gross gets it.
The ball's out. Here's Anthem Hodal. Anthem Hodal gets stuck in some traffic. Getting close. Here's Owen. Out to the backs. Oh, and Benny Garner knocks it on.
Butterfingers strikes again. This, ladies and gentlemen, are what kills nations. Is that sufficiently dramatic?
Well, the Butterfingers part. So I couldn't tell if you're talking about like the food Butterfingers, because when you said Butterfingers, I was like, okay, yeah, he dropped the ball. But then once you said this is what kills nations, I was like, so you're talking about like the Butterfingers, like the candy bar that, like,
Well, when 60% of your nation can't ride bikes for fear of crushing them. No, I was talking about the fingers.
Okay, yeah. I assume so.
Yeah, it's the knock-on. We were there. We were right there. We just got it down. We totally could have tried off of that, but
Looks
oh
like
well.
they'll kick it.
These things happen.
Oh, and Whitehead is underneath it. And the ball goes into touch.
Looks like Whitehead was going to try to go for the quick tap, or the quick throw,
Whoa.
but nobody was set up quickly enough, so there was no point. And there'll be another La Salette line out, right past the 50.
Mason Wilson throwing in again. Stolen.
Stolen by Neuqua.
Oh, looks like they dropped it forward a bit, though. It looks like they dropped it again. But Andrew Gross is on the case.
Looks like there's an epidemic of Butterfingers going through this game.
As you said, Malachi, it is freshman, sophomore, so there's going to be more dropping. That's again Richard Jolly and Tim Kozakowski make the tackle. Hugh Dvorak can't quite get it. Here's Anthony Hodal. He hangs on and helped out by our Samuel Green. Benedict Zimborski from St. Mary's, Kansas. And Los will get the penalty. Not releasing. Quick tap. Zimborski. Taken down by the angle. Mendoza looking for that clear. Nice clear by Mendoza. Passes out. Anthony Hodal. A good run there. Got about 10 meters or so. Then back at the Andrew Gross. Mr. Gross. Gets it to JP Agbaperone. And so we'll call the penalty. Offsides. Well, and Whitehead is going to kick to touch. Line out at around the 35 for La Salette.
Yeah, La Salette will take any territory that they can take for free, which is why it looked like Sam Green was about to simply start a phase and pass it down the line, but then he changed his mind and given Owen Whitehead to get to touch, so they're definitely going just for the free territory. Seeing if they can, what's the saying, cook up some sandwiches?
Yes, sir. Cook up some sandwiches. I don't know, are they going to do like an avocado salmon, or are they going to do like a, or are they going to do like a
BLT?
BLT. Oh, BLTs are pretty good.
Provided, of course, that they don't only have BLNT.
Yes, they have like the extra stuff too. And now they're back out, win the line out. Good throw by Mason Wilson, and the La Salettes are back down the line. Now, if Owen White could pass that ball out, they might have had something going for him. Because Gus Gus is speed. Brogan, Hanlon, ball's a bit forward. Gus Gus. Here's Gus Gus. His tackled down, kind of loses the ball. But thankfully, Tim Kozakowski is there.
Oh, it's a good offload. Got it off just as he was getting tackled by Wiener. That's pretty good.
And yes, the so-called forward pass. Now Owen Whitehead threw that forward, and JP was gonna just let it kind of go because he didn't want it. He didn't want to catch it forward, and it did call right away. So he tried to let it bounce towards him, but it bounced forward, so that just didn't work. And forward pass is called. Forward pass is the same thing as a knock-on in rugby. You get the scrum. The scrum. Eagle will get it. Let's get it to the 10. They get it to them.
12.
12, yeah. Tackled by our 12, Anthem Hodal. Ball's out the other way. Another one kind of fumbles it around, but he gets it eventually, and the Mendoza takes him down. Back out, kind of high. Mason Wilson's right on it. This is how we do it. Ball's back out. Now it's kind of high down the line into no man's land. Quinn Murray can't quite get the tackle. Miss from Brogan, miss from Mendoza. It looks like he just fell over. And Tim Kozakowski will get the tackle from New Jersey. Ball's back out, straight backwards, and now lost some advantage to get it, but looks like they didn't take advantage of that. And a nice hit there from Richard Jolly, bringing him down. Ball's back out again. Comes back inside. Richard Jolly again. Good tackle. Ball's back out. Mendoza with the tackle. Ball is straight back. And Lossla gains ground, playing offense on defense. That's what we like to see from this freshman-sophomore side. Mendoza can't quite get it, but here's Benny Garno who hangs on, slows him down. And it's stolen by somebody. We will find out in due time when he stands up. Stolen by Quinn Murray. And Brogan Hanlon kind of had a little run there. It would appear that diving in the ruck, Loss will get the penalty. Sam Green. They're going to go for it. Gets it to Zimborski. Runs nice and low. Gains quite a few meters. Now they're real close to the try zone, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Andrew Gross. About 5 meters out. Hugh Dvorak goes inside, puts him down for the try. Hugh Dvorak. That is Quinn Murray for the try. I'm sorry. Quinn Murray, they both run the same.
What's strange is that Quinn is a lot taller, but their thighs are about the same size. They're both called the Thunder Thighs.
Pretty nice try there from Quinn. I was about to say, everything kind of looks the same from a distance as it is on the other side of the field. I know on the camera it's zoomed in, but kind of hard for us to see, so we apologize for that. For example, the time when at St. Ignatius, when at the varsity game, when I thought it was Liam Bentz running at first, then I thought it was Lewis, all the way until it was Eamon Martin at the try zone, and then I realized it was Eamon. But Malachi told me it was Eamon. So yes, things do get messed up here. We apologize for that, but they will get corrected sooner or later.
Eventually. And if they're not, then we're definitely sorry for them.
Nice, good kick from Owen Whited from St. Clement, Missouri.
Yeah, we can tell that Los Salette's got renewed energy and power by the way that they energetically drink their water. They're definitely feeling it now.
They're getting ready. And then they go for the cornfield, woo, that they always do after something happens. Pretty intimidating if you ask me. If there's a bunch of guys in white jerseys standing on the other side saying cornfield woo, I'd be kind of freaking out for multiple reasons. But and here's Quinn Murray, a nice run, and trucks some men. If you can call them men, Quinn Murray does not equal up to, he equals more than O.
And the ball is picked off.
Takes it to the middle and puts down a try. Now that was an oopsie daisy. A fumble rooski.
Maybe Los Salette will be proverbially ticked off. Perhaps that they'll feel the rage in their blood. Maybe they're going to go and, smash some Neuqua. Hopefully they don't let it become just a little drag down on them.
Yeah, it's kind of like that's what we call a pick 5 in rugby, because in football it's called a pick 6.
In the football.
No. not soccer, not the Spanish version. We're talking about American football.
Oh.
There's no such thing as a pick 6.
The gridiron clash. The pigskin classic. I say.
That boy can really carry the mail.
Yeah, unfortunately, we haven't seen too much of that this game. Quinn Murray had 2 awesome runs there right before the ball was stolen. One of them resulted in a try. But, yeah, we're not really seeing too many breakaways for La Salette. Oh, that was unfortunate. They kicked the ball and it bounced off the upright into...
Well, it's fortunate for them, Malachi.
Well, yes, but it's unfortunate for us.
True.
I might not be a freshman, but I still root for the freshman-sophomore team.
Brogan Hanlon, a nice deep kick. And it looks like he bounced forward and bounced forward again. Kind of a bloop bloop play.
Beautiferous knock-on right off the kickoff. I like it.
Can I get the definition of that?
What?
Can I get the definition of that?
Of what?
Beautiferous.
Beautiferous. Ah, yes. Etymological definition is beautiful and full of it.
Ah, I see. I see what you did there. I like the vocabulary. Sounds very very classical.
Yes, I'm called the Dixio Thesaurus.
What does that mean? Never
It
mind.
means the talking thesaurus.
And now they're back out to the backs. Here's JP Aguapo, number 14. Takes it into contact. Ball's back out. Brogan Highland. Passes it off to Gus Gus. Gus Gus cuts inside. Smeared. Fouls back out. Mendoza takes on one his own size and gets forward. Anthem finds a gap. Takes it. Nice little zoom there. Mendoza. Oh my goodness, that guy lost his humanity. You don't want to run in with that guy. Here's Brogan Holland taking it in close. Gets it to Benny Garno. He sees a gap. Cuts inside. Can't quite get it right in front. They're about 1 meter away. They're so close. Tim Kazakowski for the try. Sorry, I was thinking of two different things. Timothy Kazakowski, what a run, what a play. We see this all the time.
Yeah, TK is one of those players that just comes out of the woodwork and does some pretty awesome things. You've seen that all season.
All season meaning the 2 games that they played before.
But yeah, that's enough. That's enough to see some pretty awesome skill coming out.
Tim usually cooks. That's what he does.
He actually does. Last night he made a cake.
He's actually very good at cooking cakes. Baking cakes. I think you bake cakes.
His banana bread isn't.
Well,
yeah, it kind of bounces.
It was my brother who was also helping him out. So
yeah, the banana bread was a little bit strange.
I don't think he's used to making things in large quantities. If you give Joe some little stuff, and he'll make it. He can make some pretty good deviled eggs, though, too. And that is halftime. Owen Whitehead couldn't really quite get that kick, but the score will be a smacking 12-17. La Salette down by a try. And we will sorry, I'm Elijah Hall.
I'm Malcolm Martin. We'll see you right after this half.
Welcome back to the second half of the Neuqua versus Salette C-side. And there's the kickoff by Brogan Hanlon. Immediately starting out with a nice tackle by Brogan. And the ball's back out. Nice tackle from Hugh. There'll be a knock on. Salette will get the scrum.
Yeah, just like the first half, it's starting off pretty early with a scrum. Seen a lot of knock-ons and little mishaps throughout the entire game.
Subbing in, we got Sebastian Mackin coming in at 9. Gus the other Gus at 19. Number 22, Thomas, another Frenchie. And then Gregoire on the side. Here's Anthony Hodal. Gets it to Brogan. Kind of gets taken down a bit. He just got Hanlon. And it looks like they're going to go for the kick. Oh, no, the quick tap. Mendoza. Yep, that's what he does. Smashes to the line. JP finds the gap. JP Akbaperone. JP gets tackled. The ball is rolling free. Now they're on the other side of the field. They got to get something cooking. Mendoza ducks underneath the ball, and they get to Anthem. Anthem Hodal breaks the tackle before he goes down. Quinn Murray. Seeing some good stuff from Quinn Murray today. Here's Richard Jolly. Gets it to Benedict Garno. Garno gets taken down. Ruck over from Andrew Gross and others. Jolly to Hodal. Hodal kind of gets stuck by the ankle. Can't really move very far. There's nothing really you can do about that. Ball's passed out to Brogan, to Quinn. Quinn gets tackled. Ball's out. Some more rucking over. Good ruck over by Mackin. Gonna give it to Mendoza. He's plowing his way through the line. Gets about 5 years before he goes down. And the sir will give Salette a penalty. Quick tap. So he gets to Gregoire. Gregoire, 1-3, Monsieur P. 1-2. He gets taken down. Mendoza runs it in for the try. Big Ezekiel Mendoza takes one in, lays a man low. Just another day in the life of Big Zeke.
Yep, that's the way that we want to start off a half. Have a steal, not really a steal, but have the other team make some goofball move and then take the ball and run it in, smash it in. Lots of forward movement and then go in for the big boy try.
And the score is tied, and if one makes this kick, it'll be Salette will be up. And that's what we want to see here, because last time we played Neuqua, Neuqua beat Salette 31-0. But now it looks like there's some serious cooking going on here from the C-side team.
Taking plenty of time to set up that conversion. Again and again.
Here's Ellen Whitehead lining up for the kick. It's high, it's mighty, and it goes through the uprights. Owen Whitehead with the kick. Now that's a pretty good kick there, ladies and gentlemen. And slowly but surely, Neuqua gets up to that line. They're going to kick it off. Up it goes, up and away, received by Mackin. Mackin gets to Quinn. Quinn finally gets taken down after a good run there. Brogan Highland to Hodal. To Benny. Garno. To Gus. He's tackled down. There's two gooses. Mackin couldn't quite get it there, but a Brogan Hanlon with the pass fake. Breaks the line. Got this and breaks the goals. Brogan Hanlon. Beautiful run there. Started off with that pass fake. Owen Voited. Kind of down there. And they do a switch pass. Gives it to Anthem Hodal. Anthem to Mason Wilson. Masson. Down the field. A brilliant run from Mason. But the ball's out and it's stolen. Very sad sauce. And they get it out to their back line. Right now they're right on their try line. So they have to play some good. And the clear, the poach, Hugh Dvorak will get the poach. Loslett gets it back. Diving try in from Ezekiel Mendoza. He gets 2. And Loslett starts out the second half pretty good, if you ask me.
Yeah, it seems like Loslett might be just a little bit of a second half team. They're really getting their second win now, coming back from pretty boring, pretty slow first half, and they're definitely cooking now. Now, I wouldn't say that they're cooking sandwiches, but I'd say at least that they're cooking a salad.
A nice chicken salad.
Nice chicken salad. You
get the grilled chicken, the little good grilled chicken bits. You gotta get the salad. You gotta get like the lettuce, and you gotta get that nice what do you say, ranch dressing?
A little bit of sauce.
Yeah.
Not too much sauce.
Not too much.
Bit of
Not
sauce.
too much.
And the cornfield woo
and bacon
is heard in the background.
Cornfields. And the kick was good.
Which brings the score up to
26-17. Loslett up. Pretty good. So what Loslett does, Mendoza doing some cooking. Yes, and we really like that term, cooking. It is quite phenomenal.
It's Gen Z, or might even be like Gen Alpha or Gen AA or whatever it is.
Okay. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Never mind. And here's the 10. Drop kick. Pretty good. JP's underneath it. JP. Oh, my goodness. Now, those are some angles gone. He runs back down the field. He breaks the tackle. He gets back inside, and he's out, but he stands right back up, and he cuts to the middle. JP Agbaparone, coast to coast, slam dunk. JP Agbaparone with an amazing run there. Now this is what you call cooking. JP Agbaparone, nothing but sauce.
There's no such thing. There's no commentary on that. That's its own commentary. That's too awesome. I mean, he broke through like how many tackles?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot. 4 or 5. Mackin's giving us 4 or 5, maybe 6, because he did get pulled down, but he did like a fancy roll spinneroo 360. Then he decided to, keep on running, and he went for that slam dunk right off the breakaway. JP shouts cornfields, and everyone goes, woo. Now, this cornfield woo thing is really working. I think our A-shots should start using this. Now, I think the reason behind the cornfield is because we're surrounded by cornfields. That might be it, and they might, I don't know. Just like, and Gerard thinks I had a very educated guess, and Carlos Beck agrees.
I mean, if a cornfield can really turn you on, and there's cornfields as far as the eye sees, I suppose you have a really good chance of cooking up something.
I bet, especially, but then that wouldn't really help during state when there's just a bunch of houses around,
That's true. But then you just have to think about the cornfield.
Owen Whitehead turns on some cornfield, gets to Mendoza. Oh, he tried to jump over a player. I don't know if his vertical is too good, but he got some air. Ball's back out. Anthem Hodal, good job holding on to that ball. Gets it gross. To Gus Gus. And he gets taken down. And they get it back out. Here's Quinn. Quinn Murray. Offload to Brogan. Brogan gets it to Anthem. Anthem Hodal breaks some tackles. Breaks some more ankles. Down the field. There he goes. Tackled right behind the 50, but a good run there from Anthem Hodal. Mendoza, the Mandozer. Now this is getting very exciting, ladies and gentlemen. The heat has been turned on. They decided to start burning some charcoal, just like Todd and Fisher used to do. Ball's out. JP Egbat-Perone cuts his side. Oh, there goes some more ankles. And JP Egbat-Perone down the field. Oh, he gets tackled by the 15. 15 actually decided to do his job this time for the first time in forever, it would seem, and tackled out of bounds. And it will be a Neuqua lineouts. I say, jolly good show, chap. Now, this is what we call some good rugby.
Yes, you can tell that the action is heating up because our words per second have definitely gone up. We used to talk like this, and it was boring, wasn't it? And now we talk like this,
because
we sound lively.
Because they're cooking it more than just a salad after JP's.
Oh, almost a steal, but then they recovered it. Neuqua recovered it.
It looked like a bing boing off the side of his head. Now they're going for the zoom zoom, and it's up. Zoom zoom it is. It's high and mighty. It goes. Here's Thomas. Thomas shoots the doigt. Mon shootou. Mon shootou dans le champion qui on chiti. Mon shootou. On chiti. Mon chanson. Ou pas. On chiti. Yoto. On va te doigt. On chiti. Yo shootou. Mon chiti. Yo doigt. No, he gets tackled down. It's getting close.
It was all booter fingers, but we keep possession of it.
And he goes down. He gets it to Thomas on shoot, and he gets it back to Hodal. To the out to Mendoza. Cuts back inside off with the Hugh Dvorak. Now this is getting tense, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone else starts moving up to the sidelines. Even our producer moves up to the sidelines. Mason Wilson cuts back inside on the outside, but now he gets tackled down. A nice clear Sebastian Mackin to Mandozer. Spin move. Now, you don't see that from a guy his size. Pretty good, though. That's like you expect to see Marcel Lefebvre to do. Now they get in. Mendoza. Oh, he gets called back by the knock. Man, he was going for a hat trick.
That's right. The man of the hour is definitely Thomas Bourgeois.
And I think Joseph Mackin's impersonation of how he runs was absolutely beautiful. It brings joy to my eyes.
Actually, my eyes are bleeding out of my skull.
Well, I guess other people's senses of humor are different. The best is just when you listen to Joe Mackin talk, and you just start dying laughing. You just let him keep talking. It just sounds amazing.
And that's why we're broadcasting.
Thomas! Oh, Megd. Je veux toi, and it's out of bounds. And Gregoire is reassuring his teammate, classmate, friend from France. His countryman, yes. Thank you, Carlos. There'll be a line out here for Neuqua. Stolen! They steal it! La Salette steals the line. Now gives it to Gregoire. And they're looking for the poach. Oh, Mendoza didn't let him get that ball. JP, step back. Pass out. They got to grab it. Benigarno breaks some more tackles. Offloads it to Gus. Oh, he kind of got hit a bit hard there. And knock on. Pretty good run there. And there will be a scrum to Neuqua.
There's a little bit of controversy on the sideline. It looks like it might have been Neuqua that actually hit it forward out of the Frenchman's hands. But it looks like the Sir is going to completely ignore all the controversy and go with his gut instinct.
Crash by set.
Our knock-on analyst, Romel Cruz, says that it was in fact Neuqua, and he disagrees wholeheartedly with the decision.
Ball's back out, kind of like a forward pass. Sir doesn't call it. And the ball's back out. Now he kind of dropped it between his legs there. He wasn't trying to cash out like he was a baby.
It was a forward, but bounced off his foot, so he's saved.
Ball's back out. Gets to the back, a nice hit there from Owen de Whitehead. Diving in the ruck, JP Agbaperone, and there will be a penalty awarded to.
That's one of the best
Neuqua.
penalties that C-side can get, because that means that they're really fighting for it. At least they're not tired.
High
Maybe
kick.
they are tired, but they're still fighting to the end.
Nick with the high kick and the touch, tried to take out their parents, but missed. Sir marks the 5 meters where the line out is to be. And this sir looks awfully familiar. I think I might have seen him before. And number 6 with his pristine form will be throwing the line out. Substitution.
Let's see if our Andrew Gross, with his pristine form, can do something about it. They go up, and Andrew doesn't get quite high enough to steal it, and Neuqua keeps it.
Gets it to the 12. JP Agbaperone with the tackle. Ball's back out. Gets the backs. Hugh. Along with the other person. Ball's back out. Kind of tackled right there. Mason Wilson with a nice tackle. The 8-man. Anthem Hodal with a nice tackle.
Looks like Neuqua's finally turning on the afterburners, really running into contact now. Wonder why they weren't doing this at the beginning of the game.
Well, they were.
I don't know. They look like they're really putting a little extra oomph into their hits now.
Probably because they're actually trying now. Here's Mason Wilson with a nice tackle. They get it back out to the 12. Hugh with Gus. Ball's back out again. Missed tackle. And now tackled down by Anthem Hodal. Andrew Gross. Ball's back out. Cuts inside. Anthem Hodal hanging on. Tries to bring him down. A nice trip play. Ball's out. Quinn will get it, but looks like there's a penalty back here for offsides.
Yeah, once again, Salette was just a little bit too eager to do some stuff.
And there'll be a line out here for Neuqua. See, there's a photographer on the in the try zone. Hopefully they don't run her over. Now there's a small. And he's taken out of bounds. Knock on, and Salette will get the scrum. Knocked forward out of bounds. It's a 2-in-1 combo. Now it looks like they're back to the sandwiches. Well, let's see if they get a BLT or a po' boy or the Italian sub. Or stick with the old-fashioned peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Salmon avocado sounds pretty good too, though. Nope, they stole it. Quinn Murray, quick off the scrum, pushing man to touch. Or is it? Sir calls him to touch because his foot went out of bounds before he placed the ball.
As if that wasn't punishment enough, he gets tackled right onto the flag. Bet that wasn't comfortable.
It will be a goal line drop. It's high to the left. He misses it. And he touched it. He lost the line out. Now there's going to be some interesting stuff here. That's been very eventful. This past 5 or so minutes. Just been some back and forth between La Salette and the Neuqua Wildcats. So Mason Wilson will seek to change that as La Salette will win the line out. Owen Whitehead will get down the back line. Brogan Hanlon, kick. Top, chased by JP. Oh, couldn't quite get a finger on it. Gets picked up and Nico gets advantage. Now that'd be a hard one to do if it bounces right back at you and you're going at such a speed as JP does. Oh. That was a pretty good stiff arm on Gregoire. Now JP will get the tackle. Now JP's also got some hops. He can almost dunk. He's basically there and he's probably like 5'6". Pretty athletic guy. Ball's back out. Hugh. Dvorak with the tackle. That number 2 stands out everywhere. Now more good tackles from Brogan Hanlon and Quinn Murray. JP gets that tackle. Alexander's an offload and a bunch of blue jerseys. Number 1 takes it in, missed tackle, but number 17 on Neuqua, the wing. Already celebrating before anything happens. And it looks like there's some nerves, and the ball is knocked on. The ball has been knocked on. The scrum.
Yeah, that's Italian for Butterfingers.
Now Malachi is quite enjoying this Butterfingers thing.
Yes, they're quite lovely.
Yes, Malachi is quite enjoying it. Scrum for La Salette. Hopefully they can do something off of this. I'd like to see another JP coast-to-coast slam dunk. Maybe get an alley-oop slam. Something spicy. Whitehead. The kick. Almost hits the truck. Looks like he was aiming for the windshield, but couldn't quite get it.
The greatest thing about broadcasting is that I can be sarcastic to 100 people at a time. It really widens my scope. It's quite lovely.
Malachi loves being sarcastic. It's probably the thing he's very good at, and he does it a lot. And he likes doing it, so.
It's a calling.
Yes. This is why he's broadcasting right now. And line out is 1, 8-man. Tackled by La Salette 8-man Mason Wilson. Into touch. He goes. Looking for a good line out here from Mason Wilson. High ball. Back to Owen. Kicks it right back into touch, and it'll be lining in the same exact spot. This is when everyone starts yawning and wishing that something eventful would happen.
Yes, the only bonus is that Neuqua has to send a gopher into the cornfield, and that's rather amusing.
And Neuqua line out. Oh, he looks like T. Wiener. Thomas Wiener coming in for Richard Joy. Brother of the illustrious Nathan Wiener. Line out high. He dives in for the try. Neuqua will get one. And it's a pretty high line out. I mean, I think 2 years ago, the C-side used to call it Jolly Rancher when they threw it above everybody. No, it was Fruity Pebbles when they threw it. No, Fruity Pebbles when they threw it to the guy. Oh, yes, it was Fruity Pebbles when they threw it over everybody. The Jolly Rancher was when they threw it to the first guy, the big guy. And he was very, very big and strong and scary. And I was front lifter and had to tackle him. But, of course, I didn't tackle him. I missed it. In any case, there will be a kick. And it goes high, short. Makes a bit to the side.
Conversion's no good. New score.
About 8 minutes left in the game. Now everybody's enjoying this game. At least all the Los Angeles students are, because right after this we have a 5-hour work period that we're all looking forward to. 5 hours of pure bliss. Blisters, more like. In any case, high kick, and number 4, Yatch, Thomas Wiener will get the tackle, along with Andrew Gross. Back out. This tackle from Brogenhallen. Now they pass it out to the backs again. Looking for that nice tackle. Nope, there was no nice tackle, and Gregoire missed, but Mendoza decides to do the piggyback tackle. Now, there are multiple different types of tackles when you're playing rugby. There's a piggyback tackle where you jump on the person's back. There's the active tackle when you smear them into nothing. When there's the passive tackle where you let them run you over, but they fall down. And then there's just the tackle that you wish never existed, which is the one where he runs you over, but then he breaks a leg. Now that's a good one. Ball's back out. Here's Sebastian Mackin. Breakthrough and evolution. Gets a tackle. And a will call a penalty in from the side on a rookie. Well, they're all rookies, but you know what I mean. Gus gets the catch. And he gets tackled down. Going for the poach. Poach is good. We're right next to the action now. Ball's back out. Brogenhallen, the tackle. Ball's back up. Kind of bounces around Nathan Hodal with the intimidation factor. Hugh Dvorak cradles one to sleep. Eternal sleep. Now there's some missed tackles going on, but Mason Wilson got an ankle. Oh, wait, no. Now there's some more piggyback tackles. Gregoire. Back out. Number 15 to the winger. Smeared on the 45-meter line. To number 3. J.P. Baperone. It's a nice tackle. Malachi, you're not supposed to say that on broadcast. Picked up by Mackin. The serve call. And offsides, I believe. Boo. Wah. And we all start. We need instant replay. Instant replay. Number 2 takes an assignment, does grabs the jersey and does a little carousel move. And the serve call is not wrapping, I believe. And he hurdles Gregoire. Going for the post, JP Baperone. Can't quite get it. Now Neuqua's back to the races. Here's Andrew Gross. Gross with the sauce with a tackle. Number 10 to their 8-man. Missed tackle. Hugh Dvorak tackles him down. Blinded by his own Hueness. Out to their 13. Getting pushed back by our team. Benny Garno and others. To their 12. Didn't quite get a running start there, but he decided he thought he could take on the Frenchies. Showing forth their American medal. Held up. So the Sir will give them the penalty. Offsides yet again.
Yeah, Los Angeles just not reading the ball very well. They keep running forward before they're supposed to.
At least they're showing that extra little effort. And the Sir will call the try. Neuqua again with another. 33-27. Now Neuqua makes this kick, which he probably will, assuming that he is a half-decent kicker, which I believe he is. He will still be up
by 4, which is 1 less than a try. So if they make another try, then we're down by 1.
And there's approximately 3 minutes left. JP blocks the kick.
Well, that was certainly not very nice. John Bronner says it's not if they miss the kick, it's they will miss the kick. And that's not very nice. And it didn't even come from me.
The lack of Christian charity there is
Absolutely
quite horrible.
astounding.
As Daniel Sullivan was saying yesterday during our 6-mile run, John Bronner's the biggest bully in the school. In any case, some tackling going on. Here's JP Agbaperone. Now, of course, that was all sarcastic what Daniel was saying, but you know. And JP gets a nice tackle there. Here's Brogan Hanlon. No, wait, it's Patrick Halligan. Patrick Halligan's on the field. And he'll get the penalty. Owen Whitehead kicking the touch. It's long, and he makes it into touch and into the cornfields.
Whoa.
There we go. That's what I was
wondering
waiting
what
for.
you were waiting for, and it was super weird.
No, it wasn't.
It's almost as weird as the class of 2022.
That wasn't very nice, Malachi.
No, but I'm not known for being nice.
And there'll be a line out.
You know, what if we pull a Marist and we send Mark Shea in to play for our C-side, kind of like they did for the state championship?
That would be pretty cool, I think.
I think it would only be fair.
Yeah, it'd be very fair because they have guys who are pretty big too. I mean, like, you're pretty savage. Big house. Now, there's a lot of white jerseys going on over there, and can't really see what's going on. Oh, yes, they get the ball. And more white jerseys. Now, listen, Quinn Murray's trying to get the steal there. Couldn't quite get it. Now they get all the way out to the wing. Oh, it passes a bit high. Thomas went on the case. Here's JP. Get out to the forward. Has it up to the 9. Nice tackle from Hugh Dvorak. Lob pass. Gregoire. No, that's Anthem Hodal. Sorry. This son is really playing with people's hair colors. This is Gregoire, number 20, from Ile-de-France. And there's a kick. Boing, boing, boing. Oh, it goes in a touch. No, he wanted Thomas to do something spicy. Quick throw. Thomas, so much. And it's called back. Man, I wanted to get my my French going. That doesn't exist. But, yeah, I want to get that going.
Yes, and Loslet wanted that run to get going.
But
it
oh
doesn't
well.
exist. It was called back. It was no good.
It was simply sat down. Simply tiring. Simply yawn. Loslet wins. Ball out to him. He gets it to JP, who is him. He gets it also. Laisse-toi! On mange un bout! Et je dis, je dois manger tout. On me dit François. Francois. Gus Gus. And the Hodal. Nice hit. Ball's out. Brogan Hanlon. Well, tried to find the gap and realized found himself sandwiched between two blue jerseys. Ball's out. Thomas kind of ran backwards there. Looks like he was playing for the other team by accident. And Neuqua will steal the ball. Ball is high and goes out of bounds. Out of bounds and into touch. So you can see here, Jack Martin puts out the place of touch.
And he
Time
sticks
is
out his
almost
arm
out.
of doom. It's a lost lead line out.
Mendoza gets tackled down to Gregoire. He gets tackled down. Who will be the man, the myth, the legend? And the chip kick it out of bounds. And that is game. La Salette gets the dub, signifying victory over the Wildcats. The Cats of Wilderness, who are no match for massive male lions.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a slower game, as you can tell by our broadcasting, but you know the ending was good, and there were actually some pretty awesome moments in there. Mendoza with 2 tries in a row, that was pretty awesome. Anthem Hodal probably was doing one of the most athletic players of the match, and then of course we have our El Francois, 2 Frenchies that definitely cooked during the match. Of course, we had guest appearances from Mark Shea, class of 2022, giving us a thumbs up. Anyways, it was a pretty awesome match, even if it was slow at some points.
JP Agba-Perron with the slam dunk. He looked like Giannis Antetokounmpo. Oh, Kobe Bryant. I'm sorry. He's Kobe Bryant. Peter Agbap is Giannis Antetokounmpo, and then James is King James. LeBron James. But yeah.
Yes, very athletic. And we will see you for the next game. This is Malachi Martin.
This is Elijah Hall. Tomorrow's game will be the D2 quarterfinals between the La Salette Lions D2 and the South Suburban Cobras D2. We hope to see you there. Thank you.